Because there's this conversation about dating your exes. Geographically, there are people who find themselves in countries where it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
What country is that?
States, for instance, I don't think it's an issue when somebody is dating someone's ex.
Which country?
I'm saying somewhere like the United States where, you know,
go and try and see.
Oh, Helen, let me go and try for you to see. But
hey, don't try.
Look, I haven't done that, right? But my view on that, honestly, I think over time, because of my learning curve and also knowing Christ, I've come to understand that when you pray God's will, okay? When you pray God's will, you don't know the man that God has for you. If my friend is out there sinning and she goes to sleep with some guy or starts dating a guy that is not meant for him,
thou shalt not judge.
It's meant for me.
Okay.
I'm taking that man.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
And this is the man, since you found Jesus, this is the man that's also sinning, by the way, with your friend.
Yeah, but that's the part where you say, do not judge. Maybe at that time when he was sinning, at a point, he's come to also see the light and he's changed. And God is saying, this is the person for me.
We need to get personal.
There is no way.
I think
I've never done it though.
I think there's a personal story behind
No, there's no personal story. But when I was thinking about this whole thing, right, there are things in the Bible that God said. Yeah. One of it is you're not supposed to have sex before you get married. And that's where all the confusion and issues happen. Because when you ask your friend, for instance, have you dated this person, right? The first thing is, okay, did that happen? When that doesn't happen, it makes the conversation a little lighter. Like, okay, if you didn't do anything like that, I'm okay with it. I'm fine. Maybe not for you, but personally, I just think that, Sika, if the person is meant for you, it's supposed to be your person. Your friend has dated a person in the past, right? Maybe nothing even happened. It was all those childish, when you were in SS or class 6, there was that dating that happened. Would you still have a problem?
Because there's a breakdown to this. There is. And so you're not entirely wrong in that.
Okay.
So it's not like, oh, I dated him in class 4. It doesn't exist. So that one,
but there are rules.
Class 4 ex
someone can call them their ex too.
I would say after a certain age, then things are a bit real. If we say, oh, that was my JSS boyfriend, that's my bad case. Even SS crap, to a point I can say, listen, this was years ago. There has to be a lot of space in between, and also the intensity of that relationship also is a factor. But I just feel like, I don't know why for me, it just feels taboo.
You keep saying it's a taboo, and you keep talking about you. But Helen, what if that man is what God wants for you?
See, that's my problem.
Okay, what's the problem?
Why did God say that?
You think God doesn't let people know who is their person? Because I've heard stories like that.
You don't believe in people being for people.
My ex can never be your person. I'm telling you today.
Because I actually have a scenario that I would love to get your take on, right?
All right?
First of all, it's not that serious. If you're truly over the person, let the next person have him with all his troubles. Honestly, I have actually been in a situation, true story, where my cousin dated my ex.
And how did you feel?
She called me and she said, how do you feel about situation? I know you're talking about friends. I'm talking about family. And you know the shocker. Can I give you the shocker?
Shockers, babe.
We're still close.
You and who? You and the ex?
Me and the cousin. Right? Because upon all the stories I told her, all the trauma I went through, you still want to take that on. I said, my sister.
Do you secretly resent
it? I don't. No. I don't, because I also respect the fact that she had the, what's the word, when somebody has that thing to come and say, this is the situation. Are you okay with it? If you're not okay with it, I will back off if you're okay with it. And I said, I appreciate you coming to me and having this conversation with me before taking the next step. And I am not the person to stand in the way of your happiness. If this is the person you love, please go for it. Unfortunately, it did not work out for us. You know our struggles. But if you think
your Prince Charming,
you think this is who God has given to you, go for it.
Did it give you any weird, like, initial
weirdness? There was an initial weirdness. But then again, you have to come to terms with the fact that people are going to do what they're going to do. I think really, as women, it boils down to the fact of, are we mature enough as two women to speak about it and get over it to the point where it doesn't affect our friendship. That's it. If you're not, then let the friendship go where it must. But if you are and say, this is how I'm feeling, I did not expect to feel that way. I want to come to you, a woman, and tell you, I just want to know how you feel. And if you resent me, I totally understand. I totally understand. But if not, I would want your blessings. I respect that even more. Even it's not that, honestly, it's not that serious for me.
It's not, especially if you've moved
If I've moved on, oh please,
Yeah.
you can have him and his baggage.
People change, you know. Maybe he was bad to you, or he was bad for you, but not bad for your friend. Why are you stopping your friend's blessing? You're over it.
I
So
mean,
what's
you
the
can
big
ride
deal?
into the sunset, but just the kind of person I am, maybe it's not the best approach, and maybe I'm not saying it's ideal. I'm also an extremely jealous person. Even when I've moved on, I don't even want you to move. I don't want you. Me myself, I've moved on, but I see that you moved on.
What is that? Konongo Kaya?
Oh,
I don't know what that means.
It means one person will swap. One person will be for swap.
but you
So obviously, I know it's a very me thing as well. So I'm not saying that it's ideal by any means, but there's just something about that, especially like you were saying, Sika, somebody that brought you a lot of trauma. If I've come to you, I've bared my soul, and then a year later you're like, by the way, this guy that was really putting you through the ringer, I have decided that I've found something so delicious and wholesome in him. I would like to have a go. I hope it worked out with her and your cousin.
It didn't. And then she came back crying on my shoulder, and I said,
You see what I'm talking about?
But here's the situation. I gave my blessing.
exactly.